If you're watching this, then chances are you want to get paid to play video games. There's a lot of ways to becoming a pro gamer, but it takes more than just skill or playing games. I'm going to let you in on what I've learned along the way. So if there's anything you want to know, make sure you leave a comment. So, Danny's thinking about doing something with video games. Doesn't know yet whether to do Twitch or whether to do YouTube. And the big thing is buying equipment. So I guess the question is, which equipment should you buy? And when you're just getting started out, your equipment is going to depend on what you're doing. So there's a difference between streaming and there's a difference between making YouTube videos. We'll start with YouTube videos. I focus more on YouTube videos because I don't have the time to dedicate to a consistent stream schedule. With YouTube, there's a lot more time involved in editing. With Twitch and with streaming, there's a lot more dedication involved in streaming on a regular basis. So they're kind of separate, but yet very similar. So for me and what's going on in my life, I cannot dedicate, 7 days a week, 6 days a week, 5 days a week, or whatever to streaming. So I focus on YouTube because I can make a video in my spare time. I can upload it, post it, people can watch it whenever, and it stays up there. So it's kind of like it's on demand. So it's like I invest, let's say 15 or 20 hours into making a video. I post it, and it's almost like writing a song. That video then lives on until I take it down forever. You know what I mean? People can watch it 2 years from now. In fact, I have videos that I posted 2 years ago that are still getting viewed. So it works for me well into the future. Streaming is more right here, right now. Here's what's going on now. Yes, you can post them sort of, highlights, and you can post YouTube clips from them, but the majority of your audience is going to be watching out for your live streams. So like
And
that's why
like,
you'll see
and
what?
and when you're streaming, don't you need to? You got to be more. What's the word? Like upbeat and
Yes.
interactive at the moment
Yes.
while you're also trying to do these things with the video game. So it kind of makes it
Yeah,
harder.
exactly. So like you've got to entertain people as they're watching, whereas YouTube you can kind of put more thought into what you want to do, how you want it to look. You have more time to, make it pretty and do all the things you need to do. Streaming, it's like right there right now. If you're not, entertaining, people are going to leave and go watch somebody else. So YouTube, and I'm going to keep going back and forth kind of like the differences between the two.
Hmm.
YouTube, your videos can start making money right away. If you set up your channel to be monetized and you have an AdSense account, you can start making money right away because every video you make can have ads on it. Twitch, you cannot make money unless they change it, and they may change it because YouTube is doing something. But with Twitch, like even right now, I cannot make money on Twitch because I do not have the option for subscribers. You have to be on a regular, their rules are you have to be on a regular stream schedule. You have to have a certain amount of followers before they will set you up to be a partner where you can get subscribers to earn money. And then they give you a cut of the subscription fee that each person pays.
Mhm.
So, so it's kind of more work to get established to make money on Twitch than it is for YouTube. It's really, I think it's like Danny was saying earlier, I think it's based off of your lifestyle and what you have time to do. If you don't have time to edit videos and you just want to sit down and broadcast what you're doing, go to Twitch. YouTube even does streaming too. But you're probably going to want to stream more than you want to edit videos. And so your focus is going to be on, entertaining people as you play. And as far as your equipment and what you need to do that, PS4 and Xbox One, you can start right away. There's no equipment that you have to buy other than what you have. It's not the best setup, but at least you can get started. And I wouldn't recommend spending hundreds to thousands of dollars until you establish yourself. Like I sort of gave it a test run for a year and I thought, you know what? I'm going to do it as best I can with what I have. And if it works, or if it looks like it's working, then I'm going to invest money into upgrading my setup and all that. If it
Yeah.
doesn't, then all I did was waste a little bit of time. So for
Yeah.
you, that's what I would suggest is try both out, see what you like to do better. Because if you don't like doing it, then it's going to be a chore for you to do it. So
Exactly.
if you like streaming, if you like, it's fun to, stream with a bunch of people in there and you're interacting and stuff like that, and it's great. But it's also a chore to get online 5 times a week and be happy 5 times a week, even if you had a bad day, and entertain people. And you go take a bathroom break, and when you come back, your chat is full of, "Come on, let's get this game started. Come on, what are we waiting for? Come on." It's like, my, I'm a human being. I have needs.
Hmm.
So they're the people that watch streams are very demanding. And at the same time, people that watch your YouTube videos can be very critical. It's just something you have to deal with as you go. So, like I said, what I'd suggest is I would use what you have to work with. Don't invest a lot of money right away. See what works for you and what you've got going on in your life. You may be a lot better at streaming than you are at making videos. Or like me, I'm a lot better at making videos than I am at streaming.
Because you suck.
Pretty much, I do. I really do.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, makes
I
It's
sense.
say
like,
just give them both a try, and see which one flows better with you,
yeah, see which one you like. Um, Streaming is both of them. I was gonna say streaming is fickle, but both of them can be fickle. When I first started, it was all zombies,
All
and
right.
on Twitch, yeah, you guys are well. Danny's from zombies, so you
Hey.
saw how that worked. I was streaming zombies. I was making zombies videos, and I started to build a fan base based off of zombies. Well, then Destiny
Mm,
comes out, and I start playing some Destiny. It's like all the zombies people went away. It's like, well, this guy's not doing zombies anymore, so screw him. Let's go somewhere else. So
yeah.
it can be very fickle. I went from having 30 viewers on Twitch on a regular basis to 2 viewers on Twitch. And it was like, why am I even doing this? But either way, you got to put your time in. It doesn't happen overnight. You got to
No, of course.
stick with it and keep going and keep going.
Because
you
you think about it, you're basically just in oblivion when you start the internet, aren't you? You're just in the middle of millions of people who are probably trying to do the same thing as you.
Yes.
So you just, I suppose, if you're going to go straight to streaming, it might not work. Because obviously, if you are posting what people want to see, which is always good, you might get lucky.
Yeah.
But I suppose it's got to be much harder doing streaming, isn't it?
So, to your point, so with streaming like Twitch, take Twitch for example. If I
Yeah.
stream right now, then it's kind of like when you watch a TV show. What show are you going to watch that comes on at the same time? So if I start streaming right now, let's say I stream Destiny, or let's say I stream
Mm.
Black Ops, you know, on Twitch, they sort the broadcasts by viewers, whoever's watching. So
Mm.
I'm automatically going to be at the very bottom of the list because I don't have a lot of Twitch followers or, viewers or whatever. And if Syndicate is streaming at the same time, guess who
Uh,
people are going to go watch?
yeah, exactly.
Syndicate. So you're not just competing against getting started. You're competing against whoever is streaming at that same exact time. So if there's a big streamer that is streaming while you're streaming, it's going to be a lot harder for you to get viewers because they're probably going to go watch that guy.
Mm.
So
know.
with YouTube, it's like, okay, I didn't get to see, this video when he posted it last week. I'm going to watch it now while I'm taking a shit. You know, it's almost like on demand. Live streams, once the stream is over, people don't really, for the most part, there are some streamers where people will go back and watch past streams, but for the most part, once the stream is over, that content kind of dies out. I've
Yeah,
seen some streamers where they will then archive their stream on YouTube or whatever, and it still gets really good views. Feck Syndicate does that. He'll take his stream and make highlight videos and
mhm,
whatever, and those videos do really well. But of course, he's got millions and millions and millions of subscribers, you know,
exactly. So
whatever.
if you just like do a 6 hour stream now, like without having much of a fan base, do the highlights it might not do as well because as you said in your video, it's like anyone who is established can just post anything really, and then
Yeah,
they'll just get the views because obviously people are just gonna watch it because it's them. Whereas
exactly.
now when you're still sort of thingy, that's I think that's probably the biggest thing to think of. That's what I think of all the time is if I create content and I put my heart and soul into it for say a couple of years straight and it just doesn't pay off. It's just like, oh, well, that was fun. And
Yeah, and
then,
that's why, like I said, I would suggest in the beginning you do it to figure out what you're good at. Do not, it's sort of like an internship almost, you know? So
oh,
you
okay,
you start and you're just messing around, figuring out what you like, what you don't like, what you're good at, what you're not good at. When like whether you stream or whether you make YouTube videos, like I said, I think the bottom line for this one, the first part, because you talked about buying equipment, and I know
mm,
one of our friends went out and bought a bunch of equipment. Just I would test stuff out first before you go spending a bunch of money. Test stuff out, see what you like to do. Now, if you know what you like to do, that's different. You know, do what you need
yeah,
to
because you
do.
just go straight for it.
Yeah, go straight for it. But I've seen a lot of people fizzle out like they say they're going to do it. And especially when these new consoles came out, they had the ability to stream built in. A lot of people were like, I'm going to be a streamer. They started streaming and then gave up after, 2 or 3 months. And it's
Yeah, it
like,
doesn't
you
happen
got to,
overnight.
there's a big commitment level and you got to be in it for the long haul because it doesn't happen instantly.